All right, okay. I'm about to start the stream soon. For the people who don't know what we're doing a VR chat. I guess a fake VR chat. A fake court case in VR chat about why I am not a gremlin. Oh my god. Hey. Uh. Although VR chat crashed, I think, and I'm gonna have to open it up, so it might take a little bit extra time. Just bear with me. It shouldn't take any longer. Just bear with me, and yeah. Yes, I do. I got a fake defense attorney. We got a judge. We're just waiting on someone. So once I start the stream, once I actually I show everything, yeah, then you'll see what's kind of going on. But for the meantime, I have to set up something because VR chat crashed, and I need to set up what I set up earlier, which is kind of stupid. I don't know why it crashed right now, but just give me like 5 minutes, and yeah.
Being directed. Welcome to the court of VR chat. My name is Judge Avi Ring. I have a Twitch, by the way. We are waiting for the prosecution to arrive. They are late. If they proceed to get here in an orderly fashion, we will have to rule in favor of the defendants. So they better get here soon.
Which I think I just got an invite from
Or
them,
else
which is good. So they should be here soon. So
which is a shame because Now Dork is missing.
I'll send him an invite.
Oh, there's Thresh.
There's our prosecutioner. Tell him to go click on the roll thing. If I think that might be something.
Thresh, you gotta go click on the go back into the sport room, and there should be a wall in front of you. You gotta click on the roll.
Of course I gotta do that. Ain't no way. Wait, why are you on defense?
That's the plot twist.
So he's not a gremlin.
I
See, you can't bring yourself to say it. You can't
No,
bring yourself to say it.
Oi, how about you guys get in here and sit down?
You're done. Yeah, this is over before it even started.
No, it isn't.
Order.
Not happening.
Board is now in session. I would say all rise, but you're already rising. Actually, no, you're not all rising. Please rise. Court of the Second
What would you do if
Judicial
I just
Court, Criminal
walked
Division
over
is now
there?
in session. Honourable Avi Rain is presiding. Everybody, everybody may be seated. Now, it's meant to say here that they're supposed to swear in the jury, but there doesn't seem to be a jury. So, members of the jury, or in this case, you guys,
Or
your
chat.
duty today will be to determine whether the defendant is guilty or not guilty based on only the facts and evidence provided in this case. The prosecution must prove that the crime was committed and that the defendant is the person who committed the crime. However, if you are not satisfied with the defendant's guilt to that extent, then reasonable doubt exists and the defendant must be found not guilty. Today's case is whether or not Alvi is a gremlin.
Mm-hmm.
Defendants, how do you plead?
You gotta.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Very good. Okay. So, let me just continue reading this bit. Prosecution, you may call your first witness or your first evidence.
So, the first piece of evidence I would like to call is the Twitch clip of streamer Avi Rain. Now, in this specific clip, Avi is playing a very well-known card game known as Uno. It's very popular. It's known by many people across all walks of life and in every country known to man. In this game, while this streamer was playing regularly,
I have no context.
Albie decided to do something a little strange, and during the Twitch clip, went up to the streamer's podium, grabbed his cards, such as a gremlin would do, and walked off with them. That's all I have to present on the first piece of evidence.
Defendants, any objections? No objections. There you go. Is there an objection that you'd like to share?
Other than Albie being a gremlin.
Wait, are you the prosecution or the defendant? You're supposed to be.
No, they're objecting to the fact that I said that he was a gremlin, which I did not say. I said it was gremlin-like behavior, if you'll check the transcript.
Objection overruled.
Why did you make me be the defendant, you gremlin? Not gremlin, not gremlin.
Everything was in the text I sent you in Discord, so shut.
I'm not gonna read from a chat GPT script.
Your Excellency, would you like me to present the next piece of evidence?
You may.
Alright, the second piece of evidence I have is... Now, this may sound a little controversial, but the only reason I'm doing this is to present a case of equity and equality for both parties involved. During our discussion of this outside of this courtroom. I was having public discussion with Albie, which multiple people have heard, and he decided to bring up a semi-negligible point where he tried to use the very well-known AI ChatGPT to prove that he was not, in fact, a gremlin. The points he made are neither here nor there, but in a fairness of equity towards both parties, for him and me, when I asked the AI a case for why he would be a gremlin if he was, it presented me with multiple options as to why he could have been, such as his behavior, the way he looks, and the way he acts around other people with regards to physical property. Now, this does not immediately prove admission of guilt. I would just like to say that this is a piece of evidence that coincides with other pieces of evidence. It goes along with it, if you will.
Okay, defendants, do you have anything to say?
I object to looks having anything to do with gremlin behavior.
If I
did
recall
not say
correctly,
those
that
things.
Fresh
The AI did.
Fresh did not say looks. Fresh had accounted that it was on grem-like behavior. Objection overruled. Defendants, I would like to give you another chance to defend yourselves. Any time now.
Just hold on. Just 1 second.
Why? You totally screwed me.
Judge, can we please get a court recess real quick? Recess? Is that something we can do real quick?
Recess.
Recess.
Motion for recess granted. 2 minutes. Time starting now.
Tidy up my desk.
And that will be back. We'll be back in a bit. May you repeat that?
Have the defendants had enough time to deliberate? Don't ask the
I have
judge
no
to
idea what
repeat
that
themselves.
word means,
Listen
but
carefully.
I'm sorry. Yes, we
Have you
have.
had time to talk about your strategy?
Yes, we have.
Um,
Kind of.
Okay. Would
may
you like
I
to present your
present
arguments?
my defense?
You may.
I'll be
You may
here.
Step into the world. Stand up, please.
Uh,
This is a court, not a taco stand. Come into the middle of the well so your voice can be heard.
Albie. My wait, what's that?
Stand in the middle of the well so I can hear you
Excuse me,
properly.
Okay,
if you will.
okay.
He means up here, if you will.
You weren't standing
In the middle.
there.
I only learned of this after the fact.
There we go.
my argument is that
Cameras.
Albie was not the first to take the cards. Wolf Hypers was the first to take the cards, and Albie merely was just engaging in the jest.
Your
Yes,
Honor,
but-
objection. The defense has clearly not watched the video, as they've seen Albie as the first person to take the cards, and Wolf's only does that after Albie starts taking the cards.
Objection sustained. I do believe that the video in question, because I do remember, because it was obviously my video, that the video that I have given you does display Albie taking the cards first. So I will sustain that objection.
He gave me 30 minutes. Of course, I'm not gonna watch the video.
Would you like to continue?
Your argument sucks.
No, it doesn't. It's true.
Another argument. My argument is Albie is also not a gremlin because he has a freak hound. No person that is part freak hound would be considered a gremlin.
Objection, Your Honor. I thought we were making the point where Albie's looks did not define him as a gremlin. And yet the defense is referencing that in full.
Objection sustained. You're not doing a very good job at this defense. And I'm not going to take sides because the precedent had been set that we're not debasing Albie's appearance as the major factor of whether he is a gremlin or not. It is mainly his actions, not his appearance. Try again.
Damn it. This is not going well, guys.
Running out of time, defense.
Oi! Oi!
No! No!
Can
There
we?
will be order in this court.
Okay, can we get another timeout? Can you give us like a minute, please? There's something that I need
I
to.
feel like the defense has had plenty of leniency, Your Honor.
We need to cover something very important really quickly.
I will grant you 1 minute
Why are you
recess.
defending yourself? Why am I your
Starting now.
defendant? You seem to
Yeah,
have
go to the
better
basement
arguments
right
than that.
now. we're back.
Objection.
On what
If
ground?
we go back, my evidence is this video, the clip in question. If you watch the video back, clearly, Your Honor, the first person to take cards
Is not Albie.
It's not Albie.
Is not Albie.
Okay. Who is the first person to take the cards?
You said it was Wolf Hypers, right? Wolf
No,
Hyper
yes.
X?
You should be
Wolf
able to
Hyper.
see.
Wolf, yes.
It's too low.
I can't see the username. It's too low
It's
resolution.
him.
My screen sucks. Wolf Hypers or
Objection, Your Honor.
X or whatever.
I literally just watched the video. In the first 2 seconds, Albie takes a card off of the stand. The defense is lying.
Let's have a look. I have the clip in question.
As the clip begins,
Somebody else is holding a card from your collection, from Avi's collection, and then walks away.
The clip to confirm. Because
As the clip begins. and Albie comes and says he's going to take cards too. He quotes, and I steal your cards too.
Objection on the Fresh's objection is sustained on the grounds of that we are not trying to differentiate which one of either Woofs or Albie is a gremlin. We are trying to decide whether or not Albie is a gremlin. Just because someone does something, just because Monkey
At
see,
the
does
point-
not mean that Monkey should do.
Wait. Just bear with me. Just listen to him. Just bear with me. It'll be. Just listen.
Albie, would
Yeah.
you like to take the stand?
Okay.
Would you like to defend
take the stand.
yourself?
Sure. I'll
Yeah, defend yourself.
All right. My proof is that you specifically called me a card gremlin, which is different from gremlin, and it's not the same thing.
What way?
A card. Okay, so. Damn it. Okay, gremlin. Okay.
Your Honor, I believe the witness
card
should be on the
gremlin-
witness stand if they are being asked questions.
Yeah.
Sorry, Fresh, say again.
I believe the witness should be in the witness stand when being asked questions.
Ah.
I mean, defense may if he likes.
Yeah. Let me just.
Okay.
Let me just.
Well, seeing as you're gonna sit in the witness box, I do have to give you the. I've got to give you the spiel. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God. You say I do.
You promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth, so help you Gabe Newell? Yes,
Say I do.
I do.
Good. Okay. So continue with your argument.
So, a card gremlin, at least in my definition, is someone who walks up to someone's stand and takes cards, but that doesn't mean that they're a gremlin, a full-blown gremlin, which I don't really know how to explain what a gremlin is because it's a different definition. It's different for anyone, but I'm trying to say that a card gremlin is way different than a gremlin. I don't know how to explain it, but that is what I have to say.
Prosecution. Any objections?
Your Honor, the prosecution would like to cross-examine the witness.
You may.
So, Albie, you say that you specifically are what did you say in regards to either being or not being a card gremlin? What did you have to say about that specifically?
About being a card gremlin or being not being a card gremlin or being card gremlin being just a gremlin.
What was your stance? What was your stance?
What I said about card gremlin is that a card gremlin is someone who steals someone's cards. Like in the clip, for example, Wolf, he also was taking cards. That's an example. He was taking cards.
So
But just
you admit to stealing Avi's cards?
yes, but that doesn't make me a gremlin. That makes me a card gremlin, not a
Then
gremlin.
why not?
Because there's different
But why not?
there's a difference between a card gremlin and a gremlin. I told you, gremlin is
And what's the difference?
okay. You're asking me what the difference of what the difference of a card gremlin and a gremlin is?
Oops.
Oh. Uh, a gremlin is an
No further questions, Your Honor.
damn it.
Very good. Defense. Would you like an opportunity to cross-examine and help your case?
Would like. Oh, sorry, I got distracted.
I would be quick with what your decision should be.
Albie is
Say yes.
yes.
Okay. Come to the well.
Wait.
Okay, so
What?
so now you have to ask Albie questions to help him prove his innocence, whether he is not a gremlin. That is now your job. Because Thresh has provided some good evidence to prove to the fact that Albie could be a gremlin. Your option is now to convince me that he is not. So go ahead and ask him questions that feel like that might achieve the goal.
Just give me a second.
Ow.
I think you have to come up here.
Yeah, you have to go over to Albie.
Oh.
Or I mean the other.
No, not on Albie. You have to go to speak to Albie. So remember, you have to ask him questions.
Why is there a...
Excuse me, don't throw things at the judge. You're the only one that can help your ass right now.
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Exactly.
I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Fish brain.
Your defense is asking you a question.
Ask me.
Let's go.
Did you in fact steal cards during that Uno game?
Yes, I did. But I don't think I remember.
Witness,
Yes,
would
I did.
just like
I
to
did.
reinform
I did.
you that you
I
should
did.
only answer the question. You should only answer the questions as they are presented.
Sorry, Gabe Newell. Oh my god.
Stop getting distracted. Ask me the question.
Why did you make me the defendant? You
Yes.
not a gremlin.
Just ask a question before we
Not
run
a
out of
gremlin.
time.
Are you in fact unpredictable as a gremlin would be? Because you seem to be acting very predictable right now.
I can be both.
Objection, Your Honor. The defense should be asking questions, not making statements.
No,
Wasn't that a question?
Objection overruled. The asking whether the defendant witness is or is not something is a closed question. That is a yes or no answer question. I will overrule that decision.
are you such a little law nerd? You
Yeah, get over
Defense
here
attorney,
before you get in.
Stop badgering the prosecution.
Ay, ay, ay. Come on.
I hope
This is-
he
Just-
rules guilty.
I
Just
that's
not prosecution. Defense attorney,
That's
do you have anything else to say to the witness?
Your Honor, I do not have anything else to
Are
say
you sure? You don't have anything
to
else?
the witness.
Okay. Albie, you may sit, but you may go back to your table. You can sit down. Okay. So, time for closing remarks. We'll start with Thresh, prosecutor. Do you have your
You're
closing
done,
statement?
buddy. You're done.
Your Honor, based on what we've all seen and heard today, and the evidence and remarks and arguments made by both myself and the defense, I think that there is more than at least a reasonable doubt that Albie could potentially be a gremlin. That is all I have to specifically say about that.
Very good. You may sit. Defense. Closing remarks. Closing statement. Yata, you're up.
Huh? What closing statement?
Closing statement, yes.
What's a closing statement?
I'm not a real attorney.
Jury. Pretend to be a. Neither is Thresh, and he's doing a much better job than you are.
Well, he's a law nerd.
He's not a law nerd.
Stop getting
Yes, he
distracted
is.
and pay attention
But
to
that's
He had
Abby's.
more than five. He had more than 5 minutes to prepare.
I don't think he.
That's his. That's it. That is a merit to his preparedness.
Yeah, you had over 30 minutes over to prepare. Come on.
I was
Just let-
working on Unity.
What a great time! Oh my.
Closing remarks.
My closing remarks are that Albie is may or may not be a gremlin. I can't. No. I can't say it. My closing remarks are nothing.
Your attorney sucks. You should have went with a.
I'm
He should be the
sorry.
defendant.
I
He should
listen.
be defending
Listen,
himself.
listen. I'm sorry, but Saul Goodman was out of the office today, and I couldn't get him, so I had to get something. I had to get it back up.
On this rare occasion, LB, I will allow you to create your closing remarks. But
You make your closing remarks. You should be the defendant.
Hey,
I'm
can I
changing
get a
sides.
could I get a rundown of what a closing remark is too? Because I don't know.
you have to basically convince you have to say, like, out of all the evidence given so far, you still have to affirm your fact that you are not a gremlin. That you that the prosecution is out here to bamboozle you and what have you. So I will give you 1 minute to do your closing remarks. Starting now.
Well, considering all that has happened so far, and all the evidence that has been given out, I still am gonna stand with the fact that I am not a gremlin. Because I know I am not one, but there's still evidence to prove whether I am not or am one. But I'm still standing with the fact that I am not one. I don't. I don't think this
Still got time.
information is factual.
Okay, you still got time.
And yeah,
7 seconds.
yeah, that's it.
Alright. Okay, time's up. I'm gonna take your seat.
Oh,
The judge, the judge, will take time out to my quarters to deliberate over the evidence. You guys are free to talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
can we also take a break?
Boys in recess.
Yeah, you need to just.
You want and I'll walk in and say objection.
Okay.
And then pull out the rocket launcher.
Now, I will hold you in contempt of court.
Okay, let's.
Okay, go in.
Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. We just got a little lost. That's all.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All rise. Can you stand up? Over all the evidence has been presented before me, and all of the arguments being presented by both the defendants and the prosecution team. The judge has decided that on the charges of whether or not Albie is a gremlin, the judge finds guilty.
Just give us one.
Objection.
What do you have to? Oh,
I object.
You object? Okay, hold on.
Your Honor, the defense should not be using
I
terrorism as a negotiation tactic.
I
We'll blow up this courtroom.
I believe it is inappropriate for Your Honor.
I believe it is appropriate as well. What a shame.
ah!
You did so well.
Nyata, you suck as a defense attorney. You suck. You suck at this. You suck at.
You suck. You suck. You should be the defense attorney. You defend yourself.
I gave you enough evidence as is, so.
You did not give me sufficient evidence. You suck. You should be defending.
You guys
You know
brought
what?
weapons to a courtroom. This is a check. Jury rules and
Bringing
rules,
in
yeah.
weapons is a major gremlin thing to do. Could not agree more.
Well, I'm not a gremlin, and you smell.
Well, you just got arrested
You're a
and
gremlin.
charged for being a gremlin, so
Yeah, look, the evidence that you presented was my clip of you taking the cards. And why didn't you guys like? I'm surprised that Thresh didn't go with with the definition of what a gremlin is, which was you on point,
Neat.
unpredictable, all those things. And then you should have said,
Wait, what was your definition of a gremlin?
objection.
It was probably the What was your
Well, I
definition of a
wasn't
gremlin?
planning on using that as a piece of evidence because I didn't take any time to prepare, like at all.
Yes, and that's why that's
Yeah,
what you
neither
should have
did
would have
I.
said.
I-
Objection, that is hearsay and conjecture and is not admissible in a court of law.
I'm not
Remember,
an attorney. I'm not an
Neither am
attorney.
I. But because someone says he is a gremlin, it does not make
I
him
was
a
supposed to be the
gremlin.
plaintiff, and then he asked me to be a defendant because he thought it would be funny. And I thought it'd be
Not
a
funny. I
compliment.
thought you were gonna actually do a good job, but you didn't.
No,
Stop.
I'm not a good attorney. Why would I be a good attorney? In what world?
I
was
wanted Thresh to be
supposed
my.
a good
I wanted
attorney?
Thresh to be my defendant, but like, I don't think he was gonna be one in the
You
first one.
literally asked me to be the prosecuting attorney.
Yeah,
That's
I was-
your
I was
fault.
gonna
You
do-
didn't even- you weren't even like, okay, you should be on the defense first, and then you change your mind. You literally just said the only thing you said to me was, "Be my prosecutor," and I'm like,
Look,
all right, I'm gonna win.
I was gonna look. I wanted you to. If Niata wasn't my
Why are
defendant,
you
you would have
such a-
been my.
Why are you a nerd?
I don't know.
Objection, that is hearsay and conjecture.
Thank you, Captain Donkers, for the follow.
Get over here.
I really wanted to call them out at some point for hearsay, but I couldn't think of anything reasonable enough to pull up.
Like literally, that is like literally the crux of your argument would have been if anybody was to call you a gremlin, you are hit. That is hearsay and is inadmissible because it's just people
Based off of
saying
what
names.
I knew, I just had to make sure I knew I was doing it right. Like, I knew as a prosecutor, you're only supposed to ask questions and not make statements.
Man,
'cause
I
otherwise
should
you
have
can get called
learned
out for
from
it.
Johnny Depp's court case.
My
Now
dog
I
stepped
just
on a
opened picture
bee.
of-
Can you guys let me out? Let me out! Let me out, please.
You're not coming out. You're grumbling.
No, I'm not. Thank you. Not a gremlin. Not a gremlin.
This
Not a
is going in
gremlin.
the papers tomorrow.
No, I'm not a gremlin. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything.
the door,
Hey, let me out.
the
Let
door is
me,
broken.
let me out. Let me out.
The door is broken. The door is literally broken. It's not letting me click any of the buttons.
Bringing weapons is a major gremlin thing to do. No, it's not. It's something that any typical American. What? Never mind. It's for.
Just
I'll
restore.
No, you have claws for a reason. That's the murder knife. You don't need that.
I say that I am not guilty.
I mean, like,
And
screw you. Take the Holy Bible. I'm going.
thanks for cleaning it. I forgot to do that. Now respawn.
Why are you hitting the judge? Why don't I just...
Oh God! No, the judge got the gun. Niana, what did you do? You shouldn't have left the.
Why are you going through the
Call me a
evidence, you
gremlin.
gremlin?
I'm not a gremlin. Ah.
This court case was your idea, and you got proved wrong.
Look, can we admit that it was fun though?
Yeah.
It was actually pretty
It would have been
That-
more fun if I wasn't your defense attorney.
Well, you were the whole time. You didn't even say anything. You were just quiet. You were.
Because
Yes, I
I'm
even
usually
gave
Abby,
someone
can you
jury.
activate air raid siren,
I
please?
gave you... No, you activate a siren. I
Ah.
gave you plenty of opportunities to object.
Look, yes.
A judge, I don't even think a judge would actually offer
Listen,
you.
listen, I know.
To...
Listen, I know, but
Oh, that went well.
I'm
Yes, it
goldfish
did
brain.
go
What do
well,
you
toxic.
expect me to do? I'm not smart.
I have less brains than him.
Can
If
we?
this was a
Why
real
you
court
did
case,
some-
you guys would have been shut down in a minute. Like, actually so fast.
Hey,
They
Abby,
would,
can
not, they
we
would not give you as much leniency as Abby did.
could we like do this again like in the future, like way in the future, not like anytime soon.
Yes, just
I need
do more stupid shit, and then
no
we
no
can
I need to prove
put you
my
on trial for it.
I need to learn again. I need to learn about criminal defense and criminal system and the judicial system in general. Maybe bringing in guns is not a good idea
Yes.
either, and or knives. I told you to put the knife in the basket.
Small
I'm
is
gonna put the knife in the basket.
You're licking your own knife. That's weird. You're weird.
what?
Yeah. Even my chat was saying that you were absolutely like, you know,
This is what
dreadful. Wait, I want to see the back of that. Gabe Newell, of course it is.
you know. Screw you. You know what I think about that? This is what I think.
See, this is what gremlin behavior does. You're just
It's a
spoiling
hell of a thing.
Wait, hold on, look at me again with that. Hold on, that's funny. Hold on.
You're gonna clip it and you're gonna make another cropped image.
No, I'm just gonna
This person tried to unlock your phone.
You got games on your phone. You got games on
It's
your.
like that. It's got that feature on your phone where like somebody tries to
I'm
unlock it,
gonna-
fails, and it takes a
Short.
picture
Yes,
of them.
Spook Dog. Gremlins
Oh
are
my
short.
God.
Exactly.
You know what? You know what I think about that.
What?
On my honest opinion
You're
is
short.
Look, when
You're short.
don't you dare say it.
look, when,
Don't you dare say it.
Don't say what?
Okay, good.
when because I think it was Fresh that said like, oh the you know that you're a gremlin because you were short or something, or like gremlin based on appearance. And I had to come to your guys' defense for that. I can't believe you guys didn't actually jump on that.
I'm not an attorney. Well,
I'm not a fucking judge.
Oi.
Don't fucking ooh me.
Look, you did a good job. Okay, so I'm proud of Judge Abby,
Good.
but
I'm proud of
I
me too.
am sad. I'm sad that I had to stick to this crap. I'm sorry, not crap, but
screw you. Screw you.
I gave you information. I gave you a 5-paragraph
you.
essay. You didn't read it. You didn't even look over it at all.
I didn't read it.
And this is why. Next time I'm gonna get Next time I'm gonna get Saul Goodman in this case, because he was out of office.
He's incarcerated, you fool.
Slowly
Yeah,
reloads the
this
AK.
this is before he's incarcerated.
And when is that? Like 2004?
Yes, we're in 2004. Valid next one.
Exists yet?
Did I break this? Hold on.
Well, Valinex is joining.
Albie, if
so-
you had picked Thresh,
Well,
if you had picked
you're
Thresh
joining.
as your attorney, you would have won this case outright.
Wait, what?
You had
Yeah,
picked
and
Well, I don't know
I
about
was-
that. It would have just
you
ended
won
up
this outright.
as me and Yada in an endless argument. That's probably what it ended up. It would have ended up as.
I wanted
as a
you to be
defense.
my defense attorney. I don't think you wanted to be. I wanted Abby to come help me.
You originally wanted me to be judged.
Yes, well, yeah, but then you were like, no, I already know too much, and I was like, then can you be defense attorney or something?
See,
Okay,
the
Abby, I'm
problem
gonna do
with-
something.
The problem
I'm
is,
gonna do something real
the
quick.
problem is that literally
Everyone in this room agrees that that Albie is a gremlin. Even me. How am I supposed to be his defendant when I disagree with statements that I'm gonna make?
And
Hey, look. I've done too many, like, courtroom things. I'll be Albie's defendant.
Take my point.
I'll do it.
It's too late. It's too
Albie,
late.
I'm
He's already
defending
been. He's already.
Hey, hey,
voted
Judge,
against
Judge,
her.
can we
Gremlin.
go 5 minutes back in time? Just like rewind, like get in the DeLorean and just go
5
back.
minutes back in time, you guys were in jail waffling about how you
Uh,
weren't criminal.
Can we go 15 minutes back in time? Can we use the
And I was
DeLorean
gonna
time machine in the
stab
basement real quick? Can we just like, back?
True.
no, you guys have already
Stab-
been
stab
found
me. Just
guilty.
grab this real
What-
quick.
What could be?
Look, we got Valinex here. We got the big brain.
Your Honor, I have made it here today to defend my client, Mr. Albie. under false accusations of being a gremlin. And I would like to take this. I would like to help
Yeah,
take the stand and
why
prove
weren't
this man
you
innocent.
the defendant and I was the plaintiff? And he was the prosecutor.
Ooh.
I'm not the defendant. I'm not a gremlin. He's a
That's how
gremlin.
it should have been. You should have been the
Yeah,
judge.
the
I should have been the
defending the
plaintiff.
gremlin.
He's a defendant.
He's defending himself. So it's two
He's the
prosecutors.
defendant.
No.
He's the defendant
Okay.
because
Okay.
he is the one
Okay,
that is
defense,
that I'm defending.
Defense attorney, defendant, prosecuting attorney, plaintiff.
Are we gonna?
Exactly.
That's what I was trying to say. That's what I meant.
Rewind.
That's what the.
What are we?
That's what it's
I'll be
supposed to
sit
be.
down. Oh, here we are.
Just
Defense.
want to hear.
Okay, wait. Can I set up these cameras again? Okay, hold up. Let me set up these cameras real quick. It shouldn't take long.
Oh my god, we're doing it again.
on the floor. It's not
a gremlin. Get on the fucking floor.
Just calm down. Put the guns away. Christ on.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Objection. Hearsay.
Objection.
Look, you Thresh.
Let me put this in full.
Thresh Nyada. Nyada, stop. You and Both are gonna be the prosecutors since you guys seem to be in the opposite side. Valenex, okay, you're in the good. That is big brain, okay.
Okay.
You stuck me
Well, the reason why I want to do this again is because I want to hear how Valenex constructs his arguments.
Wow.
Because he sounds like he actually might be pretty good.
All right, can you move that gun out of your gavel?
What I have to say.
Because that doesn't look not professional, but you know, just have just
360 to throw it.
Give me 5 minutes to speak with my client.
Let me put stuff back in the
5
evidence.
minutes.
Move. Come on.
yeah, sure. 1
This
second.
is the speed that works.
All right, let's go.
2 minutes.
Where's the rocket launcher?
Come on.
Yeah, God damn it. Hey guys, guys in the stream, round two indeed. I'll put the be right back screen. This is gonna be a cliffhanger. Let me turn off this screen and.
prosecution's first.
All right, go.
Albie, sit down.
I will.
Oh, I can't believe
Whoops.
we're actually doing this again. This is a retrial of whether or not Albie is a gremlin. This is case 001 redoing again. So I didn't expect us to be doing this again, but here we are. So, in the interest of like brevity, the defense, how do you plead on the charges of Albie as a gremlin?
Well, this is not criminal, but you know what? We're gonna call it. We're gonna act like it's criminal, not guilty.
Not.
Good. Okay. So, defense, would you like to construct your opening statement?
It's prosecution first. Defense does not go first.
Hold on.
Fair enough. News to me. Okay. Prosecution, would you like to go first?
No, yeah, I think it says on the thing.
Your Honor, with the evidence that me and my client have gathered, I believe that we can sufficiently create an argument to sway the jury and Your Honor to prove that Albie is guilty of the charges. That is all I have to say.
Very good. Defense.
I'm here to represent my client, Albie, under the accusations that this man is a gremlin. We would at first like to address the court and say to each one of you that we can prove in fact that he is not. And we also would like to go forward and also saying that we were not supplied with any evidence from the prosecution, therefore any evidence they bring up is invalid in a court of law.
Very good. Let me sit.
Thank you.
So, prosecution, would you like to present any evidence and/or witnesses?
The prosecution has multiple pieces of evidence to submit to the court and could potentially also be used by the defense as well, as most of this information is public and known to most of the people aware of this case. The first piece of evidence I would like to submit is actually on the defense's table, I believe, which is the clip of streamer Avi Rain in a game of Uno, where Albie takes cards from his desk and runs off with them. The second piece of evidence I would like to submit to the court is this copy, excuse me, to put that back, this copy of many written direct messages and chat logs from Discord servers and private messages shared between me and the defendant. And I would like to submit this to the court if the judge would accept it.
I will be prepared to submit that into evidence.
As for the last piece of evidence, I would like to submit just general knowledge and common sense based on all parties involved in common agreement.
My drink just spilled.
I have nothing further to present, Your Honor.
Very good. I believe we should probably talk about these evidences as they are presented by the prosecution in order, unless the defense would like to present their evidence first, or should we go ahead with examining the prosecution's evidence? Okay, it looks like we're going to be examining the prosecution's evidence first. So, the clip in question, which I do have in my possession, since it is mine, is the clip in question is of Albie taking the cards. So I believe at this point I should say that seeing as it's the clip of Albie, I feel like he should be up in the witness stand. I
Okay.
believe. So Albie, would you like to come up to the witness stand, please?
Yes. Don't mind if I fix this camera real quick.
Okay. Where is the book? Where's the Bible? Bible's around this
Oh,
somewhere.
it's over here behind me. It's behind me.
Your Honor.
Yeah, I kind of threw it behind me.
On the stand.
No, where I am right now.
Oh, where you are? Oh,
Yeah.
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So, place your paw upon the Bible.
Just. Yep.
Place your paw on it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you, Gabe Newell.
Yes, I do.
Very good. Okay, I've got to do 2 jobs here.
Damn it.
So, prosecution, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
So,
Starting with the first piece of evidence, which is the clip that you recorded.
so, Mr. Wolf, can you, in your own words, give me a quick rundown on what happened during the clip? Like, just give me a play-by-play of what happened during the clip.
Well, first, I was in my own stand when I saw Wolf go up to Abby's stand, starting to pull all the cards out, right? And I was like, just for fun, just in a playful way, I started pulling them out too, just like Wolf did. And then I left and returned back to my stand. Wolf continued doing it. That's pretty much what happened.
So you're saying that you were not the first person to take the cards, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. That is the only question I had on that piece of evidence. I would like to move on to the next piece, if you would.
Okay, so the next piece of evidence, which I believe was what was it again? The
Direct messages and server messages inside of Discord.
Okay, you may continue with your
Yikes.
questioning.
So, Albie, would you say that you have a perfect track record of not having any typos or submitting messages that have absolutely nothing? What?
On what grounds, Vanim?
Objection, relevance.
Sustained. What is the relevance line of this questioning?
I believe if you let me go a little further, I believe it will reveal itself.
Get to the point.
Would you say you have a perfect track record of not submitting any typos while typing or submitting messages that have nothing to do with the current conversation?
Maybe nothing to do with the Maybe.
How
Sorry, I was
How
muted.
does typos have to do with anything being of a gremlin prosecution?
I would like the witness to answer the question first.
I do have a lot of typos, but can you please reinstate your question again? Just
Do you have a perfect track record of submitting no typos and no messages that have nothing to do with the current topic in chat?
so I don't think I've said anything with the current topic right now, but I have sent messages with typos in it. Yes.
And would you say that's relatively unusual behavior?
Well, my grammar isn't the best, so no, it isn't unusual for me.
Relevance.
Objection sustained. What is the relevance?
Well, normally, when conducting in conversation, somebody would like to sound and speak coherently, and also to stay on the topic of conversation as to not confuse anybody. Confusing somebody in conversation for no other reason than confusing them, I would consider to be I would generally consider that to be confusing and unusual behavior.
Yes, but what does that have anything to do with gremlin-esque behavior, which is the point of this hearing?
So, as we all know, gremlins conduct themselves, not stating that he is one, but gremlins usually conduct themselves in relatively unusual and not generalized behavior in ways that we would
Yada,
not
shut
consider
up,
to be normal.
Yada. You suck.
On what grounds?
Speculation.
So I believe that Fresh's argument is based on the definition of the term gremlin. Let me just quickly do a quick Google search.
So basically, what you're telling me fresh is that if I was to accidentally miss a period or a comma in a sentence, that would classify me as a gremlin. Yes, that's the logic that we're following here.
I will allow the defense to ask that question to the prosecution. Does missing does creating grammatical errors indicative of gremlin-like behavior?
If I miss a comma in the middle of a sentence on accident, would that make me a gremlin? Or if I misuse a colon, or not a colon, a semicolon, would that make me a gremlin? From your line of questioning.
To the
Prosecution,
level
yes
that
or
the
no?
defense has asked me, it would be considered normal to make 1 or 2 typos every now and then. But based on what the witness just said,
I do have to side
now
with
and
the
again,
defense
I
on
asked,
this
if I
one.
make a typo, does that make me a gremlin? Yes or no? I did not say if it was how often. I asked a very direct question. Yes or no? Does it make me a gremlin or not if I make a typo?
yes.
It does. Shall we continue?
Yes, I believe that we should move on to the next exhibit, which is please remind the court what the exhibit C was again for prosecution.
The third piece of evidence was general definitions of the word and associated behaviors.
Okay.
So, how would you define a gremlin, Albie?
I wouldn't know how to define a gremlin.
Okay.
Um,
Would you say
the judge would like to remind the witness that they are under oath.
Yeah, I know that. I know I'm under oath.
Cool. I just didn't remember you saying that you do know that you keep on saying that you're not a gremlin, but if you don't know the definition of the gremlin, how can you say that you're not one?
Well,
If the prosecution cannot define an accurate definition of the word gremlin as well, they cannot be prosecuting for said charges.
The defense creates a valid argument.
would Your Honor like me to provide a generalized definition of the word?
You may, as long as it's relevant.
It is considered that a gremlin is considered to be a person that participates in relatively confusing and unusual behavior around other people.
Okay, I'm not hearing any objections.
The defense would
With this definition in mind,
Sorry, go on.
The defense would like to ask the prosecution a question based on the current definition given by the prosecution of the word gremlin.
You may ask a question.
So you say, correct me if I'm wrong, that by your definition, what you just said to the court and to everybody here, it is someone that acts strange in the presence of other people. Yes?
that's not what I said.
That is what you said.
That is not what I said.
You said someone that acts strange in the presence of others. That's a general.
Unfortunately,
I would like to remind Your Honor that the definition I supplied was a person who participates in confusing or unusual behavior around other people, not specifically strange. There are many things that we can consider strange around other people.
Strange, confusing, unusual. We'll use the words that you just gave me. That can be taken many ways. So you're saying if someone is autistic, strange, confusing, unusual behavior, something that's not normal, would that be considered a gremlin?
Objection. Objection.
prosecution, would you have something to say? Because the answer is saying objection over there.
Your Honor, I would like to speak with my client for a moment, if you would.
Yes.
You may.
What?
It's not a good argument. Autism.
That has nothing.
It's
That
not.
has nothing to do.
Oh my god.
Well, he's making a bad argument. I don't know.
Hey, Judge.
I'm not an attorney.
That has nothing to do with
Yes?
this argument.
Your
though.
ears are kind of
He can
broken.
make an argument. I just have to be able
His
to
example,
respond
his
accurately.
example,
I know,
his
it's fine.
example.
It's bad.
You're guilty.
Is there anything you can do with that? I don't know. I'm dumb.
Prosecution.
So would that
I'll
make
see
you
what
a
I can do.
gremlin then as well?
Okay.
You're dumb.
So have you cleared up your little objection?
Let's continue.
Yes, sir. I believe
Here.
that the question that the defense is asking me is a leading question, and it is not indicative of getting this case anywhere.
The question that defense has asked is a basis of what you believe a gremlin is. A generalized how specific are we talking? Or how broad are we talking? And how can we classify and define what a gremlin is if we're too broad?
The defense has classified the definition as my definition and not the definition. I believe that is a very important distinction, if you would.
Your evidence was the definition of the word. You provide that definition, so we're going off of that definition here. If you provide the incorrect definition, there's nothing that we can do about that. You messed up. We're going off the definition that was supplied to the court under the assumption that it's the true definition.
We are attempting to decide whether or not that Albie is objectively a gremlin, not to the subjections of other people's definitions of what they believe is the term of gremlin. So please stick to the objective truths. If you do not have an objective truth of what a gremlin is, it'll have to be dismissed as hearsay. Okay. So, would you like to? Is there in fact an objective definition of what a gremlin is?
Unfortunately, there are many definitions of this word across multiple, not only dictionaries, but also search engines and just all walks of life. There is not a specific generalized definition that we can use that would fulfill all that would
be continued. There's no definition from what I'm getting from you. There's no definition of the word gremlin or the behavior of gremlin.
Your Honor, the defense has consistently interrupted me multiple times while I'm talking, and especially during questioning, has not said objection. They're interrupting me.
I do have to agree with the prosecution on that note. Please make sure that you guys are using the objection if you wish to object to a line of questioning. Please, I hope the defense will remember that in the future. But is there any more questions that you would like to ask the witness? Or the defendant in this case, I should say.
That will be all.
Very good. So, defense. Would you like to cross-examine the witness?
The defense sees no need or purpose to cross-examine the witness at this time.
Very good. Albie, you may go back to your seat.
The road shaders.
Okay, so, I believe now is the time for closing statements, if I'm reading this example court procedure, because remember, I'm only a Walmart judge. So, it says here, prosecutor closing statement. Would the prosecution like to conduct a closing statement?
No, Your Honor.
Very good. The defense, would you like to create a closing statement?
The defense will take advantage of your opportunity to give us a closing statement. Thank you.
As you can see, ladies and gentlemen of the court, Your Honor, the defense
has consistently been capable of batting down any and all physical evidence that the prosecution has been given forth to the court. The prosecution has failed to provide adequate definitions for any terms that need defining. They have failed to prove anything that would classify my client, Mr. Albie Wolf, as a gremlin in any case, with the minor exception of taking a card in an Uno game, which we can't even prove because there's no physical. No one here can see it. We can't prove that. And under those grounds, secondarily, nobody can even come to a physical definition of the word gremlin. So under those grounds, I would like to again plead not guilty for Mr. Albie Wolf as being a gremlin. That'll be all.
Very good. That makes it. So, court will be in recess, so the judge may have time to look over the arguments presented and the evidence as a whole. Court will re-adjourn in 2 minutes. For now, court is in recess.
Huh? Oh, okay. Wait, hold on, give me a second.
Courtroom for the
We are returning.
the verdict.
Returning is, yep, we're on our way.
The defense has returned to the courtroom.
Okay, right. So, having fought over the evidence, looked over the evidence, I might add, and having taken to considering arguments being presented, the judge has come to a verdict. Having looked upon the definitions of the definition of the word gremlin, as the prosecution has correctly insinuated, that there are many different definitions of the phrase gremlin. Could mean anything. Could be imaginary little creatures that get inside things, especially machines, and makes them stop working. Or small, furry, mischievous human-animal hybrids that are fueled by energy drinks and known for tampering with vehicles like cars, boats, and small airplanes. But there seems to be no concrete evidence to suggest that Albie is any of these definitions. However, the actions of the clip which does depict the defendant acting in what the general population could conceive as gremlin-like behavior by stealing cards from Avi Rain's desk and taking them away, regardless of whoever had done it before, could be considered as gremlin-like behavior. But we are here to determine objectively whether or not Albie Wolf is a gremlin in the eyes of what is written down.
Guys, I think we won.
So the judge has reached a verdict. The judge hereby finds Mr. Albie Wolf on the charges of him being a gremlin. We find Albie Wolf is not guilty.
Kidding me?
Yes.
There we go. There you go.
Due to the
Yes.
that's basically it. Court is adjourned.
I'm in hurts.
And now
So
the ruling doesn't mean anything because we won and then we lost. Mix the two, that's a 0-0.
No, because
Exactly.
Nyata was not
It's
horrible.
indeterminate.
No,
It's indeterminate.
no, it's not because Nyata was a horrible
means nobody
attorney,
wins.
and you know that was bad. So we might as well just overwrite the old case and then just make this the new one.
No.
That was a bad case. We had
No.
see, we couldn't even defend ourselves. You're in denial.
Hold on,
So
hold
you're
on,
Denial.
hold on, hold on, hold on.
It's over. It's
You're
over.
calling
It's
the
over.
opposite
It is
judge's
over.
previous ruling
It
a
is
bad
over.
ruling.
It
You're
over.
calling it a
Judge,
bad
can
ruling.
you do the gavel thing
I'd
again?
say that's pretty disrespectful.
There's
I'd say
hey,
that's
hold on,
pretty
hold on, hold on.
disrespectful.
In the eyes of the law, there is a way to handle this.
Yes.
Okay. Legally, in the United States, if a
Please, tackle him.
second court finds if a second court finds the opposite opinion, the first opinion is thereby nullified and the second opinion is held true. So in
Fuck y'all.
actuality,
I'm out.
screw you. we do win, and y'all do lose in that circumstance.
Does that mean that I'm not a gremlin then?
That
Ah!
was fun, though. No, you're not.
I just got tased.
No. No.
Right now, I'm gonna kill every single one of you. I'm going to shoot you. I'm going to kill you. Hold on, I need
Yeah,
to get your firepower real quick.
No. Rrr. Judge, get the tasers. Judge, get the tasers. Judge, get the taser. Get the taser. Get the taser, Judge.
Where is it?
There's another one over here. There's another thing. I don't know. Get the taser. Get the taser, Abby. Abby, Abby, get the taser. Abby, get the
We
taser.
Yeah, we win.
Win by attrition and murder.
We are. This trial is now for murder for killing Abby, and everyone in here,
Hey, we didn't kill Abby. We killed Albie and Belle.
which is murder. So you guys are. I mean, immediately.
Technically, there's no contest if you're gonna be the judge.
Well, still we won. So do something
Yeah, how
about
do you
it.
contest a dead
so-
guy.
Okay, so-
Exactly.
It was one of those things where it's like the ruling. It was very hard to decide whether or not.
Hey, I would have been
If it
able to
was
make a
guilty,
better
then-
argument if this guy wouldn't stop fucking objecting every 2 seconds. I couldn't say anything.
There's no okay. There's not an objection for asking a question, for wanting to ask a question. That's the thing. So I have to ask it to the court when you stop talking.
So, yeah. So when the reason. So do you understand why he was objecting?
I know why.
But there are occasions. Yeah, there are occasions where,
know
like, if it's
why.
if it's misleading, or if it's relevant, or if it's like a leading question.
You little gremlin. You little.
To object. And he objected in like he took it very well in good times. So that's why I granted him the opportunity to object.
Oh, chat looks like I'm not a gremlin, not guilty.
Because
So
higher power than all of us said that he was a gremlin.
None of us can call him a gremlin anymore.
Natural wolf. So none of this means anything.
No, it doesn't. Because just because Electra says something doesn't mean that this
Oh
is.
my God.
We're using the justice system right now, so that doesn't just roll.
No, if we're using the
See this?
just,
The municipal
we're using the
court
justice
of
system, then guess what?
VRChat.
Act of
See?
God. Electro
No.
Wolf proves
No,
that you are
no,
But like,
no.
Uh-huh.
That's not how it works.
I mean,
You can.
yes,
That's-
you
how
could
it
argue.
works.
We can argue, but
You could argue
but
that
we
we
already
are
closed
using
this
the-
case is closed. Gavel has been, the judge did his thing and not guilty.
Yeah, I mean, we could argue that we're obviously doing it in the justice system, but we're doing it with like half the justice system. There's no bailiff, there's no stenographer, there's no jury, which is the important part. We need a jury.
Which how are we gonna find how many people maybe in the future, but like now we just have the prosecutor,
Well, yeah,
the
this is-
defendant, as in you, and defense attorney, and witness. I mean,
Yeah, we have to
Not
play,
witness.
We have to play all the
Well,
parts ourselves.
you only have a jury in a criminal case. There's only a
There-
jury in a,
yeah.
in a criminal case.
yes,
I mean,
Yes.
being a
Yes.
criminal is indeed a crime.
I did not commit any crimes.
Not necessarily. It's more or less
Crimes is
civil.
creepy
It's
and
a
a
civil
gremlin.
dispute.
That's not a crime. If
It's
anything,
a
we're
civil
taking
dispute.
This
Yeah.
is more like this. This is more like a circuit court case instead of like Supreme Court or something like that.
well.
More like a circus.
This was really
Yeah,
great.
but
I
what-
love this. This was awesome, and I'm saving this VOD and I'm uploading it to YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
Morty, I'm bored. I'm gonna.
Oh, I got an invite from Flyby.
Morty, I'm
Well, that was fun.
That was
I'm gonna
fun.
see what Flyby wants.
You
I'll be
are
back
an
in a little
amazing
bit.
defense attorney. You suck at the.
I'm gonna kill you, Morty.
Help.
You did a good job. You did a good job. Don't worry about it.
You did well.
I'm gonna murder him.
I just have a lot of experience doing things like this.
I swear on Gabe Newell that Half-Life 3 will never come out.
All right, I'm gonna go join Electro and then prove Swag wrong that I'm not a gremlin. Cause now we have factual evidence. Albie's no longer gremlin.
You've ingested
Now
Buck.
he's a goblin.
I
Wait,
shoved it in my
what?
throat. I just did.
Hmm?
Someone just said that Albie's no longer a gremlin. Now he's a goblin. Wait, what?
You're a goblin. You're a goblin. Oh my god.
No.
That's funny.
Exactly.
Well, I have.
You're
to
still a
go
gremlin.
before this invite expires, so I'll be back in a little bit. I'll see you all in a little bit.
And you can't deny it.
I'm
You're in
not
denial. A
a
denial.
gremlin.
A denial. A denial. A denial.
No.
A denial.
Flyby.
I'm an
Abby, are you gonna
American
join
legit.
Electro?
Now that he's gone,
I'm
we can
trying.
plan Val's demise. We can plot again. We can kill him. We can
I
Oh, there it is. Cool.
premeditated.
Right,
It's
well-
third-degree murder.
We're gonna join Electro. If you guys want to join, send invite.
I'm
Oh no, I'm dead. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for coming to this stupid bloody court thing.
Yeah, thank you guys for coming here. I appreciate it a lot too. This was great.
That's what you get. That's what you get for judging in Albie's favor.
Well, try to do that again.
But try to stab you again?
Yeah, do it.
What the? Guys, that was great fun. Honestly, that was awesome. I love that. That was great. That was awesome. I love this a lot. Although a lot of people may have not watched it, I think this was well planned out, and I love the way this went, and I'm happy the way it went. And as the title says, I am not a gremlin, and how the court case went, the judge did say I'm not guilty. So, case closed. And I will be streaming here for a little bit, just a little bit, not that long. It was funny because when Niata stabbed you, we both left at the same time.
Yeah, that was good.
Hi. No, actually, I am not a gremlin anymore. We went to the court, and I was not guilty. Not guilty as gremlin, so I am no longer a gremlin anymore.
Yeah, we did
Was it
we did
a
a
civil
whole-
or criminal?
No, it was both. We did a whole court proceeding whether or not we found Albie was a gremlin, and we had hearings, we had evidence, and the first, because Niata was Albie's attorney, I had to rule in favour of the prosecution and say that Albie was found guilty because the
Yeah, it was.
our attorney was absolute dog shit. But then Valnex joined because Valnex joined, and then became the defendant's attorney, and there was actual good
Maybe
arguments
Goblin.
because Thresh was the prosecutor, and Thresh presented some really good arguments.
Hearts.
Which he's right here, and he's right here now.
Incredible arguments against. Yeah, Fresh is right here now. So Fresh presented some
Oh my
excellent
God.
arguments, and then but now
Oh my God.
Valnex had presented some good arguments. And basically the decision was eventually ruled that Albie was in fact found not guilty of being a gremlin because you have to prove
Maybe
in
that might
court
be
of
next.
law an objective stance as opposed to a subjective one. Because me and you, we can say that Albie's a gremlin, but that's hearsay and conjecture because that's subjective opinion. But you have to prove. It's not what's right or wrong.
You
it's
are
what
a
has been
cat,
proven
but
in
you
court.
are.
What was proven in
We
court
don't know
is
if
that
you're a
there is no
gremlin,
true
but we can go to
definition of
court for it in Vrchat.
and because of that, true to my word, well, I didn't really say a word. I will take I'll take Card Gremlin away from your. You're now no longer Card Gremlin in my server. You have to
Yes!
leave the term Card Gremlin.
What about Wolf? Is he?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, Woof.
Hey, I won. Yes, let's. I don't know. I'm happy. I said I wasn't gonna. I said I was.
But to be clear, that
Picture?
means you're not a gremlin yet.
Yep, it's still my birthday.
Yet.
I've still got 7 hours left.
I'm not a
to go.
gremlin.
Yet.
Avi, get your ass.
Avi, get back here. We were taking a picture for birthday.
What do you mean? Oh,
It-
birthday. Okay.
You as well, you flump.
Thresh, get in here.
you as
You might as well get in the
Let me
picture.
I'm standing inside your.
You too. Get in here.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
The more people, the better. Why?
It's toxic. Right, okay. Yes, for my birthday. I've still got 7 hours
Oh
left.
wait,
Right,
I'm
jeez.
still in. I'm still in this fucking avatar. Hold on, let me change out my fucking.
Yep.
What's my actual avatar for this? Hold on.
You're-
Oh, this is gonna
you're
lag.
flump.
It's gonna lag the lobby.
Thresh, did Valenex
Oh,
actually
well,
give you the voucher for the
There it is.
Beth Silva?
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Toxic, get in. Live it. Yep. No. Yep.
Jeez.
Live it. Which way is it? Live it more away from Avi. A bit more away from Avi. There we go. Perfect. And. Alright. That's. Good. There we go. Alright. Cheese.
Jeez.
Perfect. Thank you.
There you go.
Perfect.
Someone in the
Yep,
chat
I've
said.
still got 7 hours left. I've
What?
still got
That was
7
a
hours left in
gremlin
America.
photo.
Someone
The
said in the
first time
chat,
I did
what's the
anything.
next debate
I
over?
hate those.
Probably whether I'm a gremlin, which Niata says that. Probably whether Niata is a gremlin or not.
Those things. It's been a while.
Yeah, well, that we already know is false.
We don't know about that. Swag, if you want to see the whole court
We
case,
know.
I'm gonna put it. You can see it on Twitch or I'll put it on YouTube, so it'll be there forever if you want to see it. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was fun. That went really well. It went great. That was good fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was nose. Put your hand on my face.
I bapped you. I think I'm pretty sure that's a bap. I just feel like
Do
It's
the
like-
chicken dance.
chicken. That's not the chicken dance, but I can do it if you want me to.
I know, I said do it. I didn't say you were doing it. This is gremlin behavior, chat.
No, it's not. Because you asked me to do it.
saying.
Because you asked me to do it, which is
And you did it.
No.
You did it.
Hi.
Despite the fact that you probably didn't want to.
you're a good judge.
Are you happy about not being a gremlin or what?
You're a good judge.
Because I ruled that you were no longer a gremlin.
Well, no, but
Well,
like
because it was just an objective thing.
it's not that the way you
The
played
best
your
part
role
is-
is like you actually played it really well. Actually, all of you, including Thresh. Thresh, I was very impressed because he literally just
Hey, I could get that to the Circuit Court of Appeals because we do have that. We'll have to do that at a later time. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Let's
what,
yeah. Let's see about.
appeal the non-guilty. Well, you should file an appeal. Maybe
I'll
we'll
file an
get it
appeal
in the
and
books.
instead accuse him of tax evasion.
I what? Huh?
Yeah,
But you got
pay
no
the taxes.
proof.
Well, I mean,
Like, do you
Well,
pay your
I-
that's
taxes
what
though?
the court. Don't answer the question. Don't answer the question. Don't
I mean,
answer
like,
the
do you,
question.
though?
Don't answer the question. Don't answer the question. Answering is an
I
admission
mean,
of
you can
guilt.
clear it up right now, and
No,
everyone would believe you.
Answering is admission of guilt. You don't have to say anything until speak to the lawyer. Speak to your lawyer.
He doesn't have a lawyer.
No, you don't know that. But also, the fact that you
I do
don't have a
know that.
lawyer.
His
Well,
lawyer
even
is
if
Saul
he
Goodman,
does-
who's currently incarcerated, so he doesn't have a lawyer.
Well, I mean, like, he doesn't have to answer that question, does he?
I never said that.
Exactly. So don't answer the question.
I just said if he
Especially
answers
if
right
you
now, he
haven't
can
paid
clear
your
it up
taxes.
immediately. I mean, hey, if he didn't do anything wrong, then, you know,
Okay, then.
saying the truth isn't a bad thing.
I'm gonna go here and
Okay,
take
Albie,
Abby's
you may
advice.
choose to answer the.
Now, I can't use your silence against you because that would be against either the Fourth or Fifth Amendment. I'm not sure which one.
It's the Fifth Amendment.
But yeah, your right to not incriminate yourself. I can't use that against you, but I'm just saying, it's a little weird that you're not saying anything. Would I use that would I use that in a court as evidence? No, you can't, because the judge will throw you out on your feet for doing that.
Yep.
Jesus.
Unconstitutional.
It's a little weird, bro. It's a little weird.
Do you
Remember,
pay your
you
tax?
never have to say anything to.
I know.
Yeah, of
Fifth
course I pay
Amendment.
My taxes. The government paid me when I did my taxes. Of course I pay my tax. Are you kidding me? Think I want the IRS at my house?
I would say you can tell me of attorney-client privileges, but I'm not. One, I'm not your
Not
attorney,
here.
and two, not here because it's.
You're not the judge either. Judge is gone. Valinex. I would no. Valinex is my. I'm gonna hire Valinex as my lawyer.
You're sussy.
Here's
How am I
here's one thing
sus?
to know about client-attorney privileges.
First of all,
like-
blue Tatum tongue. Like,
This is how I am. How is my tongue sus? Is it? Look. What do you? Is there anything wrong with my tongue, Abby? Hold on. Wait.
No, there's nothing wrong with your tongue. It's hearsay and conjecture. Just because you have a blue tongue doesn't make you sussy. Unless you're being accused of. eating
Look,
blueberries,
what
then yeah,
happened in the
maybe.
court is left in the court, and if we're gonna discuss topics like this, we might as well go to the court. Obviously, not now because it's already late,
we're
and
not doing it now.
no,
Another time.
another
Another
time, but
time.
not now because it's late, and I gotta end stream soon. Actually, pretty soon, actually.
We just did a whole
Actually, right now.
court
No.
proceeding on whether or not Albie's a criminal.
You know what? Silence.
But yeah, the
Silence.
Just ran away.
if there's one thing you do have
Wow.
to remember when it comes to attorney-client privileges, because this is one thing a lot of people seem to misunderstand, is that if you say you have attorney-client privileges, that means that behind closed doors, you can say whatever you want to your attorney. You can say, yes, I killed this person, or yes, I didn't pay my taxes, and that attorney cannot be cannot be forced to give up that information because that is protected information. But what it doesn't mean is that people who are listening to that conversation, who aren't privy or who aren't bound by that protected information clause,
They can use that.
information. Yeah. So if you ever wondered about attorney-client privileges, just remember it has to be behind closed doors, and only you and the attorney in question have to hear it.
I have
Can only hear it.
I have a
Just be
question for you.
However, there is only one way that evidence can't be used, even if it is obtained by somebody not bound by that privilege, and if it's done so through illegal means. Like, for example, if you had a text document on your computer that says, "I admit that I have not done my taxes" or something like that, and they hacked into your computer to get that information, and then they gave that information to the judge, they can't use that. It's illegal. It's illegal evidence.
And did you know
Because it's
under
illegally
what?
obtained.
Yes, it's what they called. Well, I think it's called fruit of the poisoned tree or something like that, where you can't use illegally obtained information, even if it proves your point, because it's done in bad faith. And yeah,
And that
it
just
also
proves
means
it just proves you're willing to do illegal things in order
Why
to
do
get
you know
somebody
more of
on
the
board.
justice system than I do? Which, why do you know more of the
I'm smarter than you.
Okay, I'll give you that. You are
Shit.
correct.
Burn. Burn. You didn't have to own him like that.
I mean,
Bro's going for a swim
true
now.
though.
I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go swim. Bye bye.
There was something else I was going to say, but I completely forgot. And this is my snoot. I have my snoot. Why do you...
Where'd Niata go? I think.
Oh my god, am
That's
I
fair.
that ugly on other people's cameras? God damn, son.
What do you mean? Also, I have a question about your beans. Why is this like? Why is this not
What do you mean?
like your middle? I don't know what this would be called, but it's not colored in. Is that just on purpose? Is that how you?
Oh, no, it is. It is. It is. I'm wearing gloves. Let me turn them off.
Ah.
See?
I see.
I put them on because they make me look cool. There are very
Yeah, that was,
questionable clothing items for this avatar that I may or may not buy in the future.
Huh.
Yeah, considering how someone in my chat said, "Why is the I noticed that 6-foot doggo has a bone."
Of course. Yeah, it has a feature that I can add to it at some point if I want, but I'm not gonna do that because,
Oh,
having
God.
it on all the time is a little weird. One of my clothing items has it, one of the pants items, but I'm not gonna do that. Not because it's bad. It's not because it's TOS, but because it's just fucking weird. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, too.
Let's just say I have the dynamic bone.
Oh boy.
It's a little special. Spemshul, yes. Chimkin numgit.
Chicken nugget.
Chicken nuggets with barbecue sauce.
No, with the with those sauce. What is that sauce that Rick and Morty made for the chicken nuggets?
What is it, Albie?
The Rick and Morty chicken nuggets.
Szechuan
Szechuan sauce. Was that actually good? Has anyone tried it?
know.
Szechuan sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was delicious.
Well, what did it taste like?
I never tried it when it came out. I didn't care enough.
I mean, it's kind of like a barbecue-y flavor type thing, but like spicier. I don't know how to describe it honestly.
Kind of sounds like five.
I've heard some people describe it as
You know what
spicy,
five
sweet
spices?
barbecue sauce.
Is
Yeah,
it
it's not a bad way to describe it. Yeah.
is it salty or sweet
Yeah, this is
or like in the
But
middle?
I wouldn't know because I've never
Probably
tried it.
probably a bit of both, I think.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go to eBay and see how much somebody's selling one of those stupid sauce cups for.
Oh gosh.
Szechuan sauce.
We're about to find out something real stupid.
$100 maybe. Don't know.
Probably more, honestly.
I don't know. Who would pay that much for a Rick and Morty for a McDonald's cup sauce?
Collector's.
Well, I don't know. I mean, look, they did a promotion for it from Mulan, didn't they? If Rick and Morty's script is to be believed as accurate. So that when did Mulan fucking release? That was like fucking
90s?
decades ago. Yeah, decades ago.
They're sleeping. Sleeping.
There, she's sleeping.
Somebody's selling
EP.
a 2018
EP.
Szechuan sauce packet for $2 and $10 shipping. But then there's like 6 of these like
Jeez.
gold ones for from 2022. This guy's selling 6 of them for $269 with $5 shipping.
Hey,
This guy sealed it inside of a plastic box and is charging $50 for it.
wait, how much? Okay, question. How much would a PSP cost now? PlayStation Portable.
Oh,
Why
figure
would, you, why would
technology.
you want a PSP? You can just emulate it. Easy.
No, I mean I have one. I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
well,
how much would they go for?
Not much.
Technology
probably
will
like
For
50,
collectors.
Oh, well, not even that. But like, wait, are you talking about like
$60. Oh
sealed
no, they're
great?
actually going up a little bit.
No, just like
Just a little bit. Though.
Then, if it's unsealed, if it's
Most
heavily
working ones I'm
used,
seeing are, like,
probably not
$80
a lot.
okay. What about a good very good condition PlayStation 1?
Mm,
Probably about the same.
yeah, probably be about the same.
What about
I don't know, technology is weird because technology depreciates more than anything,
used PS2?
unless it's like
better-
factory suit.
It's better to get something that's in just like okay condition than something that's in pristine condition, because I guarantee you they're gonna overcharge it, and you can make it look really good with just a little bit of TLC. Honestly,
I have
just a little bit of cleaning can make something go a long way. Like I got a Dreamcast from a thrift store for like $50, and it came with a controller and a VMU, which was cool. I ended up cleaning everything up. It went from yellow to like pure white. I didn't even have to like do any UV like treatment to it. It looks perfect and it works just fine.
I have these 3 PlayStation 1s and this you know the PS1 mini, like the little mini one they made?
Yeah, the PS1, but
I
it's
have-
one is a word instead of a number.
Yeah, I have like 2 PS1s and 1 PS1, the mini one. And they're all in great condition, and I bought them for around like 15 to 20 bucks each of them. And they're all in great condition.
Do
If
they
they
work?
Oh, they all work fine. I mean, I have games and they all work fine. Came with controllers
Kind of
and
weird. There were multiple revisions of the PS1, but I think the coolest one I've seen is one that has like RCA jacks directly on the back of them.
people use those as like stereo systems because Sony makes good audio chips.
I don't need a PS1 though, because I have a PlayStation 2. So
I mean, I have a
can just
PS2
play it
as
on
well. Backwards compatibility, depending which
Oh,
model
can
you have.
play it on, No, they're all backwards compatible.
Oh. I also have this SNES, which is it's in great condition, and I also have this GameCube, which I swapped the case out and cleaned everything inside, and it's also in great condition as well.
I got my GameCube for $10 at a flea market.
I think I got mine for 50.
It was like a benefit sale.
I don't know how much I could sell it
And
for
it's
though.
the earlier model too that has the digital AV out on it, so you can use an HDMI converter if you got one, or a component cable if you can afford one.
Anyways, you're very hidden.
How much could
But,
how much are GameCubes now?
The main thing I'm worried about when it comes to game collecting now, not specifically with like 90s back consoles, but newer ones, is mainly disc rot. I really don't want to see that happen to like anything in my collection.
That's
'Cause
why.
the fact that that's starting to become a problem is a little worrying.
That's why
Discs
Laserdisc
actually rot.
failed.
No, they call it disc rot, but really what it is, it's the plastic layers in the disc start to separate in a way, like where they'll eventually, it'll get so far apart that the laser can't read the data that's written in between it. It looks like little mold spots on the disc, but it's just because it's delaminating.
Yeah, that's the issue with Laserdisc. I actually have a Laserdisc, a promotional video still Laserdisc, which is fine. I don't know how I even have it because they weren't supposed to be sold, but I have one, so.
Laserdisc was weird.
Cool, but also weird.
It wasn't really. It was like a very confused format because it was using a digital way of writing data, but it wrote it to an analog like format for some reason. Like it used a disc to read the laser, but it was almost as if you just took a record and just made it basically a big CD and just did like physical grooves on it.
Yeah.
Which is funny because RCA did their own thing like that. It was like I don't remember exactly what it was. It was some sort of cassette format that they did, but it was basically just like these big plastic cases, and you'd shove it into the front of the player, and it'd take like this black vinyl disc out and play it that way.
Are you talking about?
And
I
then
don't
Japan
think.
had their own thing like that called VHD.
Okay.
which is also basically the same thing.
For some reason, I was gonna say 8-track, but no, 8-track. No, never. I was gonna say that, but never mind.
The 8-track is like a cassette tape.
Yeah.
8-track's old.
It's like a less common version of a cassette tape.
What about those
Weird.
vinyl that plays movies?
Are you talking about VHD or the RCS format?
I don't know who told me, but Valinex told me that there's these vinyl records with like a layer of like what CDs use. It's like a vinyl record, but it plays movies.
I have one in my garage. They're the size of like old vinyls, right?
Well, you might be able to say that, but is that all you have to say?
I found the CD vinyl.
That would
like,
be
on once,
beam.
It was all smashed up. It's like the bottom side the CD and the top, so it like I think I don't know. It's like a 45 or something.
I got my new
Completely
Ever. I'm
destroyed
gonna
when I
put them
found it,
in a bit, but right now I'm chilling.
All right,
In the
I'm gonna
garage,
end
there's
stream like in
there's
20 minutes
like
and
a
leave,
vinyl-looking
probably,
record
or less than
with,
20
like,
minutes,
laser
probably like in
control. It's like
7
almost
minutes.
like a foot and a half across.
But yeah,
I'm gonna go bother
Like an
Abby.
old
He's right there.
Or something. I've never been able to watch it.
the issue. I was gonna say
You know
the
the
issue.
weirdest thing?
Oh,
The strangest format that I've personally seen is the first HD signals that we were able to record onto a specific format were actually on VHS, if you can believe it. Now, because there was multiple of VHS over the years, so there was VHS obviously, and then SVHS, and then DVHS, which eventually became D Theater, which was a format of VHS tape that could record ultra high quality video.
That's what I
and
heard
play
Linus
it
talking
over
about.
a 1080 interlace signal. Now, the most common resolution that people still use is 1080p, but the player outputted in 1080i, which is like an interlaced instead of progressive. So that means like the fields of the lines between the picture. Like, you ever see old home movies and, like, the lines, like, separate a little bit when somebody pans the camera really fast? Well, that's kind of what it does.
Yep, every other line.
And the strangest, that D Theater was a total flop. It barely got, like, any releases. I think the most notable release it got was iRobot, and that was it. And, like, a couple other ones. And
I think it was expensive.
I think the coolest thing I've seen was actually a demo promotional video for it called New York in 1999, and it was literally just these guys like taking like shots of like busy streets in New York, or like a ferry going down the canal or something like that. It's remarkably high quality, and it looks super interesting because, you know, it's from the 90s. You'd expect it to look terrible, but no, it's in like crisp.
Well,
you know,
yeah, that's the
1080i,
thing about
so
that.
It's kind of cool.
I remember seeing Linus Tech Tips doing a video on it where he compared a DVD and D Theater, and the D Theater was better than DVD.
Well, because DVD, it outputs in 40p, which is like 2 resolution settings lower than 1080p, because you go from 40p, 720, and then 1080.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we had HD DVD and Blu-ray, and we obviously know who won that war.
Well, Red.
But the main reason HD DVD lost was because not only was its marketing was god awful, but it also didn't hold as much data as Blu-ray did, and they got
Didn't
most
you
of the
also have to,
major.
like, buy it separately? Like, Blu-ray came with PlayStations.
Oh yeah,
Well, at the time when Blu-ray and HD DVD had just come out, the only way to watch them was to get their own specific players. But once people realized that, you know, they were basically pulling another PlayStation 2 and including a popular media format inside of their console already, it was pretty much HD DVD was pretty much done. There was no hope.
Yeah, I think you can play Blu-ray and the PS3 and the PS4, and then DVD on only the PS2, and then the PS1 could never play. Well, it wasn't able to play movies.
The PS1 could play CDs. That's
Yeah,
it, 'cause
CDs.
That's the format it stored games on. Because CDs you can store 650 megabytes on roughly. DVDs you can store a couple gigs. Blu-rays is like upwards of 10 gigs, and the Blu-rays we have now are like you can store a pretty decent amount on each disc.
Yeah, like
they've slowly progressed in getting more data to be stored on the discs, which I appreciate that they're still doing physical media formats, because I don't know about most people, but I like to actually own my games so that way I can play them, in case, like, say Steam just completely shits the bed and is gone by next year.
Yeah.
Well, I have 275 games in that account that I just lost and can't play anymore. That's lame.
Right.
That's why having physical consoles and games is really nice, because I can just pop them in at any time.
That is true. Yes.
I think we're gonna go back to cartridges.
It's just.
It's like tiny SD cards.
You mean like SNES cartridge?
Nintendo's kind of doing that. I don't know what they're thinking in terms of, like, why they're using SD cards, because that's basically what the Switch cartridges are on. The read speed on them is equivalent of eMMC, which is not very good. If they wanted to go back to having, like, actually, like, good cartridges and stuff like that, the cartridges would just be on a breakout board with an SSD on it. That's really all you could do, which would make sense. I mean, it'd probably be about as big as a SNES cartridge, which, those aren't that big in the first place, so it's not really that big of a problem. Of course, the main thing is you're using more plastic, and to make a cartridge than you are a CD, and as well as cartridges use paper stickers as opposed to just laser printing. So you're trading one thing for another. There's differences to using each format. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's just you're making some trade-offs.
Nintendo stopped using CDs or Blu-ray, well, DVDs, just CDs in general after the Wii U. Wii U wasn't the best. Well,
they stopped
greatest
using it
hit.
after the Wii U because they wanted to. They realized a good portion of their market was invested in
Handhelds.
DS and 3DS and stuff like that. So they figured if we can make a console experience like that, but like something that you can play on the go, but you can also hook up to your TV. You do both at once, and then you can just, they effectively dominated the market they were in.
Yeah. Also, I was gonna say something about.
They made out pretty okay.
I was gonna say something about on my GameCube that the GameCube is a fun console, but not every now and then it just won't read my disc for some reason, which is something that I know about
It's probably the laser going out.
I know there's something where you can take make it like slightly stronger, but I don't have the tools to open it.
Open up the console and adjust the laser potentiometer with a screwdriver.
Yeah, which I know how to do because I've done it before. I just don't have the tools to open my GameCube right now.
Yeah, there's a reason why most people who do portable consoles that can play like GameCube games and stuff like that. There's a main reason why they trim down Wii's instead of GameCubes, because you can trim a Wii motherboard to like that big, because you can just get rid of like the majority of the stuff that's on the board. You basically just need like the GPU and the Wi-Fi chip and the Bluetooth chip. Otherwise, it won't turn on.
Thresh, I'm gonna go to bed. It's late. I'm gonna say goodnight,
Okay,
everyone.
You go bed.
Good night. Bye bye.
Yep. See ya.
Good night, Albie.
Good night. Good night. Good night, Swag.
Have a good night.
Well, you know where Abby is?
No. You could draw another stand and draw the pretty patties stand. Pretty patties. Oh my god.
Electro, I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, there's Abby. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.
Have a good night.
Boop.
You're cute.
Good night, Abby.
Wait, take this crystal. Wait, where would I take this crystal?
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Stand of the shore.
That was great fun though in the court. I love that. That was great.
Yes.
I didn't want it to last that long. I'm sorry about that. We didn't really get, but it was still fun.
It was still fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, have a good night. Dude.
Good night. Good night, Jestar.
Wow. I just got here and
I know. I mean, you didn't even say hi to me, so you just walked right past me. I was right in front of you, so.
Did not see you.
Well, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, big snoot.
Wow, offended. How dare.
Wow. I'm gonna go to the back rooms now. Go fast. that was great. Great fun. Great fun. Great fun. Great fun. We're gonna rate Abby right now because yes. That's not right. Okay. And something's breaking in my game, but that's fine. All right, so I'm gonna go to bed now because it is late. But that was fun. Maybe we can do another court thing in the future, VR chat again. But for the meantime, it is late and I gotta go to bed. But hey, I'm not a grandma anymore, so whatever you say, false. But besides that, good night everybody, and I will be streaming on Friday, hopefully, if everything goes right. But besides that, good night everybody, and have fun with Abby. He's a great bean. Also, tell Abby to tell Thresh he's stinky because he is.